So welcome you all for Tungal online classes. We have started the chapter moving charges and magnetism. So in that moving charges and magnetism, yesterday class we have seen, so that is motion of a charged particle in external magnetic field. So based on the in which direction charged particle enter into the magnetic field, along the direction of B bar, perpendicular to B bar, or by making an angle theta with B bar, the path followed by the particle depends. Clear? So whenever theta 0, particle will be path so undeviated. So whenever velocity 0, it will be in the state of rest only. Whenever theta 90, particle will follow which path? Circular path. Yesterday case is discussed na. So what is the general formula for F? F is equal to QVB sin theta. The path followed depends upon theta. If theta value either 0 or 180, then force will be 0. So path will be, if it initially moving in a straight line, it will continue in the same straight line. If theta 90, force value maximum, which is QVB, then particle will follow circular path. Yesterday we have seen the radius of the circular path, velocity, time period and angular velocity. Whenever if theta value other than, if theta not equal to 90 and theta not equal to 0, so particle will follow which path? Helical path. Helical path. The pitch of the helical path also yesterday cases we discussed. So these are the path followed by the particle when it is entering into external uniform magnetic field. Okay, Nara? So after this, now actually what is our topic? What is topic name is moving charges and magnetism. What is magnetic effect of electric current? Magnetic effect of electric current definition. When current is passing through a conductor, around this conductor a magnetic field will be produced. If I consider a current carrying conductor, around this conductor there exists magnetic field. What is the source of the magnetic field? Current carrying conductor or current in that conductor producing so magnetic field. What is another source for the magnetic field? If I consider a bar magnet, so then also magnetic field will be there. Magnetic field lines will originate from which pole? North pole, where they will terminate south pole. Are you getting Ara? So this is the, here the source is current carrying conductor, here the source of magnetic field is bar magnet. So if I consider a bar magnet, so if I want to define B bar, magnetic field induction, the force acting on the unit north pole. This is the definition for magnetic field induction. But for defining the magnetic field induction here, so we followed another method. Are you getting Ara? So this is with respect to which one? Field. Now our topic is magnetic field is produced by current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor. So magnetic field will be, our intention is magnetic field. Magnetic field will be represented by one vector quantity. So what is that vector quantity name? Magnetic field induction. Magnetic field induction. Like already we discussed. So how electric field intensity, the same properties will be possessed for this magnetic field induction also. Even we define that magnetic field induction also by the formula F is equal to QVB. So B is equal to F divided by Q into V. SI unit is given by Newton by, so this is Coulomb, Newton second by Coulomb meter, or which is Tesla. We written. What is B Ra? B is the magnetic field induction. So B will tells us the magnetic field. The vector representation of magnetic field is magnetic field induction, B bar. SI unit. Similarly CGS units are given by, so Gauss. This is Tesla, scientist name na. So CGS unit is given by, so Gauss. And already we written 1 Gauss is equal to 10 to the power of minus 4 Tesla. Okay, Nara? Magnetic field induction. So Earth magnetic field induction value approximately is order of 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 Tesla. You know that earth also act like a huge bar magnet, so that earth magnetic field value, this is the order. Okay, that is magnetic field, that one. So if I consider electric field, generally electric field represented by a vector, that vector name is called as electric field intensity. So what is electric field intensity? Given by E is equal to F by Q naught. Correct? So here also, what are the similarities between B bar and E bar? That is also vector, this is also vector. That is representing for electric field, this is representing for magnetic field. Here the proportionality constant, can I write if E, the proportionality constant value given by, so 1 by 4 pi into epsilon naught. Okay, I will discuss that point. So this is the electric field. Principle of superposition can be applied there and here also. If there are many number of current carrying conductors are there, the total magnetic field induction can be calculated by using principle of superposition. If there are many number of sources are there, then we can calculate a resultant electric field intensity by the principle of superposition. I want to discuss the similarities between electric field intensity and magnetic field. And what is the direction of this electric field? If I consider a charge Q, if I want to calculate electric field intensity at point P, I need to keep one test charge. So due to positive charge, electric field direction will be always radially outwards. If I consider a negative charge, if it is negative charge, electric field intensity direction will be radially inwards. What is the direction of electric field intensity? So will be along the line joining the source charge and the test charge or point of observation, either towards the charge or away from the charge. That you know that now? That is for finding the direction for electric field intensity. To calculate the electric field, so we can use which law? So we can use the Gauss law. By using Gauss law, we can calculate by using Coulomb's law for finding E bar. So we can use either Coulomb's law, or we can use either Gauss law. Whenever if we deal with the discrete charge distribution, point charges, we will go with the Coulomb's law. Whenever continuous charge distribution is there, we will go with the Gauss law. What I mean to tell is, if in this electric field represented by a vector, electric field intensity, direction given by either radially outward or inward, and can be calculated either by using Coulomb's law or Gauss law. Coulomb's law for point charges and Gauss law for continuous charge distribution. Clear? Now the question is, how can we calculate what is the nature of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor? In case of electric field, the source of electric field is a scalar quantity. So that scalar is what? Charge. Charge is the source of which one? Electric field. Electric field ali source charge. Whereas for magnetic field, the source is the current element. What is current element? We'll come to know. This current element is a vector quantity. This current element is the source. The source is current element. For which one source is current element? For this magnetic field, the source is the current element. Are you getting? For the magnetic field, so which is the source? Current element is the source, which is vector quantity. For the electric field, charge is the source, which is the scalar quantity. Now can you tell, if I consider a source charge, electric field intensity everywhere same or not same? Not same. Electric field is uniform or non-uniform, or due to a point charge? Non-uniform. Okay na? Now how can I find out the magnitude and direction of magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor? Our question is, how can I calculate the magnetic field produced by current carrying conductor. The nature of magnetic field, the nature of magnetic field produced by magnetic field produced by current carrying conductor. So if I consider a current carrying conductor, around this conductor magnetic field is there. Magnetic field is represented by magnetic field vector, which has both magnitude and also direction. If I consider the magnetic field at different points, at P here, P dash here, magnetic field everywhere is not seen. The magnetic field produced by, so current carrying conductor is non-uniform in nature. What is the meaning of uniform? When electric field is said to be uniform, if electric field intensity at each and every point is same, then we can call electric field is uniform. So when we can tell electric field is non-uniform, when electric field intensity at each and every point is not same, then you can tell it as non-uniform. Since magnetic field at P and P dash is not same, the magnetic field B bar produced by current carrying conductor is non-uniform in nature. Everywhere it is not same. After coming to know it is non-uniform in nature, then how can I calculate the direction and the magnitude of magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor? For finding the direction of magnetic field, so direction of B bar, what is B bar name? Magnetic field induction by the current carrying conductor. So direction of B bar, for finding the direction of B bar, we have many laws are there, 4 laws are there. So one is Ampere's right hand thumb rule, Ampere's right hand thumb rule. This is one rule. The second rule is given by, so Maxwell's corkscrew rule, right hand corkscrew or corkscrew rule. So next one is given by Ampere's swimming rule. So next one is given by right hand palm rule. So right hand, which one? Palm. Right hand palm rule. Okay, Nana? So these are the 4 rules for finding the direction of magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor. So magnetic field produced by current carrying conductor, to find the direction we can use these rules. In NCERT syllabus they not mentioned the names, but compulsory for doing the numericals, so you need to apply any one of the rule. But you should not get confused, all rules will give you same direction, because 4 rules are there, we will not get 4 directions. Are you getting, Anna? There are many, in order to understand, so easier and easier. One scientist has given one rule, another scientist he thought, so compare with that method, still this method. Like this there are 4 rules are there. Okay, so any 1 or 2 rules you needed to apply. Which one is a simple one? So I will tell you the statement, which one is a simple one that you can follow. But along with that, for finding, for to find magnitude of B bar, I told to you now. So magnetic field here is producing by which one? Current carrying conductor. To find the magnitude, we have 2 rules are there. The one is rule is given by Biot-Savart's law. This has one more name also there. So it is also called as Laplace law. In many very rare books they will mention also name as Laplace law. There is one more rule is there. So that is given by Ampere's circuital law. So these are the rules for finding magnitude of magnetic field produced by, so magnetic field or magnetic field due to current carrying conductor, due to current carrying conductor. Whenever a conductor carrying, for that magnetic field to find the direction, 4 rules are there. For finding the magnitude of magnetic field, there are 2 rules are there. First, you need to accept that whenever current is passing through a conductor, around that conductor there exists magnetic field. That experimental observation given by the scientist named Oersted. So a Danish scientist named Oersted. He performed several experiments. Even in starting class also we have discussed that how that alignment of magnetic needle around a current carrying conductor. So the needle will be aligned. If I consider this is the magnetic needle, the needle will be aligned, so in a direction, so in a concentric circle. If this is the direction of the current carrying conductor, if the conductor is carrying the current which is perpendicular to plane passing out of the paper, when I consider a magnetic needle, the needle will be aligned in a concentric circle. So that is the direction of magnetic field lines. But I can understand that. So that is the starting class. Though I told also it is difficult to understand the direction of the magnetic field. That magnetic field direction can be understood easily by applying any one of the laws. Okay, Nara? So this is. But you need to get the comparison between electric field intensity and magnetic field induction. For finding the electric field intensity direction, no rules are required. Directly you can tell. So electric field direction will be along the line joining the source and the point of observation. But whereas for finding the magnitude of electric field, we have Coulomb's law is there and Ampere's circuit law is there. But here, so we have Biot-Savart's law is there, and the next one is the Ampere's law is there. In this class, so at least we will try to complete up to Biot-Savart's law. What is the first rule is Ampere's right hand thumb rule. So Ampere's right hand thumb rule. For what purpose? For finding direction of the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor. According to Ampere's right hand thumb rule, if you hold a current carrying conductor in your right hand, in which hand you want to hold? Right hand. Such a way that, so thumb is in the direction of the current carrying through a conductor. When thumb is in the direction of the current carrying conductor, the remaining curved fingers of the thumb, so remaining, so palm, now I'm so curving this palm. So this palm will give you the direction of the field lines around this current carrying conductor. If this is the direction of the current through a conductor, the field lines around this current carrying conductor will be concentric circle. For this circle's center will be where? On this current carrying conductor. So these circles will be perpendicular to plane of the current carrying conductor. Are you getting around? So field lines are clockwise or anti-clockwise if I put like this. So field lines are anti-clockwise. This is the direction of field lines due to current carrying conductor. Are you getting around? Is it okay now? For example, current carrying conductor if I hold like this, it is not compulsory. Current will be always like this. If the current is flowing like this, so that time this is the direction of the current through a conductor. The direction of the current is represented by the thumb, the remaining curved fingers, so concentric circles. If I draw the concentric circles, by taking that conductor as a center, if I draw the concentric circles, that circles are representing the direction of which one? So direction of the field lines. So field lines are anti-clockwise. First, when you started applying that time, you will come to know clarity. Now here you are coming to know only the statement of the rule. So this is called as Ampere's right hand thumb rule. According to this rule, when you hold a current carrying conductor in your right hand, such a way that thumb is in the direction of the current, the remaining curved fingers will indicate the direction of the field lines around the current carrying conductor. Clear Dara? That is Ampere's right hand thumb rule. So next similarly, so Maxwell's corkscrew rule. I will tell you the 4 laws, 4 rules. Maxwell's corkscrew rule. So which is the better one that you follow? According to the Maxwell's corkscrew rule, let us imagine one right hand corkscrew. So in such a way that the advancement of screw is in the direction of the current passing through a conductor. In what direction the screw will advance, that is the direction of the current. Then to advance that you need to rotate the screw. The direction of the rotation will give you the direction of the magnetic field around this current carrying conductor. Statement understood? So what is the direction of the magnetic field? So if the advancement of screw is in the direction of the current through a conductor, then what happens? So the direction of the rotation of the screw will give us the direction of the magnetic field. Statement okay na? So next rule is, after completing Maxwell's corkscrew rule, so which is the 4th rule? The 4th rule is given by, so Ampere's swimming rule. This rule is so somewhat difficult, but I will tell you which is the better your wish, because when you go through some other books, so you may get this rule's name. What is Ampere's swimming rule? Ampere's swimming rule. So according to Ampere's swimming rule, so let us imagine a person is swimming in the direction of the current passing through a conductor. First I consider one current carrying conductor. I consider one magnetic needle. The needle having north pole, this is south pole. So I hold this needle on any stand. One stand is there. On this stand I kept this needle. So let us imagine a person also swimming. Person, okay. So with the 2 legs, with the 2 hands, okay. A person is swimming. Such a way that the current is entering through his feet and leaving so through his hands. So while swimming, he need to put the hands forward direction, so you can take. So these are the hands. You don't bother regarding the diagram, and these are the legs. So these are for the legs. Let us imagine a person is swimming in the direction of the current passing through a conductor. If I kept a needle, a conductor was kept, the needle was kept, so current carrying conductor was there above the needle. Then according to this Ampere observation, the north pole of the needle will be deflected towards his left hand. So what happens? If we imagine a current is passing through a conductor, a person is swimming in the direction of the current passing through a conductor above a magnetic needle, then what happens? The north pole will be deflected towards where? The north pole will be deflected towards the left hand of the person. This is person left hand, this is the right hand. The north pole will be deflected towards where? Towards the person left hand. Sir, what is there? Then if it is left hand deflected means y we required, and right hand deflected means y we required. We want to draw field lines direction, whether they are clockwise or other anti-clockwise. So actually you can imagine, you can remember this law by a simple statement which is given by SNOW Snow. If we imagine whenever current is passing from south to north, so which is kept, the current carrying conductor was kept above over a needle, then what happened? The north pole of the needle will be deflected towards, so this will be of west, and this is east, and this is west. The north pole will be deflected towards west. Sir, why north pole will be deflected? What is the reason for this needle to deflect? When current is passing through this conductor, around this conductor there is this magnetic field. So magnetic field is there means compulsory field lines are there. You know that magnetic field lines will originate from which pole? So from north pole, where they will terminate at south pole. So what does mean? North pole deflected, and one more rule you know, like poles will repel each other, unlike poles will attract each other. Why? The needle north pole will be deflected towards west means, so when due to the magnetic field of the current carrying conductor, here which pole should be there? South pole. Here north pole will be there. Here the needle deflection is because of the interaction of the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor. So when current is passing through this conductor, I want to know what is the direction of this magnetic field. To find the direction, so then this is the one of the rule. But I think so, first two rules are very simple to understand. But still he did not give complete information why field lines are clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now you can see here, so north pole deflected towards west means here which pole will be there? So here will be of south pole, here will be of north pole. Then what I will get? Field lines will originate from where to where? When I consider a current is passing through this, then so field lines are concentric circles. I told to you now. So these concentric circles with the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Snow, south to north. If the current is passing from south to north over a needle, the current in a conductor passing from south to north, which is placed over a needle, the north pole of the needle will be deflected towards west side. Means whenever current is passing like this, even by right hand thumb rule also, see, right hand thumb rule, current is passing like this. Field lines are, so you can see that tips. So are they are inward, outward, inward? Inward will indicate a direction of arrow. So arrow will be like this. Are you getting arrow? So field lines are clockwise, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. Can you remember? So if the current is passing from north to south, that time what happens? The needle will be deflected towards where? Whenever current is passing from north to south, so needle will be deflected towards where? Will be deflected towards east. So that time field lines are concentric circles with clockwise and anti-clockwise, clockwise. Are you getting? This is. For what is the purpose of this? Either any rule to tell you regarding the direction of the magnetic field around a current carrying conductor. 3 rules over. But comparing this all these rules, in very few books there is one more simple rule is there, that is right hand palm rule. So what is this right hand palm rule? Right hand palm rule. In this right hand palm rule, so let us take your right hand palm. Stretch your right hand palm such a way that. So thumb is in the direction of the current. So what is the direction of the current? Thumb is in the direction of the current I. And here somewhere I want to calculate magnetic field induction at point P. And this is the position vector. What? If I stretch my palm such that thumb is in the direction of which one? Thumb is in the direction of the current, then my palm is along the direction of the position vector r bar at a point P. Then the direction of the magnetic field is so perpendicular to the white face of my palm. Can you see? It is not appearing complete white. Okay, so it is white. If this is the direction of the current and this is the direction of which one? Position vector. Then the normal drawn to perpendicular drawn. This pen is there now. This is the perpendicular drawn. This is my back, that is block, and this is for white. If I draw the perpendicular to the white face, that perpendicular will gives us the direction of which one? B bar. That will be normal. This is outwards. So that time, so this is the direction of which one? What I will get? The magnetic field I will show you. So magnetic field will be perpendicular to plane passing out of the paper. Are you getting whenever this is when so if the current is passing, let us check. If I apply the right hand palm rule, if I apply the right hand thumb rule, so this is the direction of the current and my palm is indicating, curved fingers are indicating direction of field lines. So field lines are of clockwise and anti-clockwise. So field lines will be of anti-clockwise direction. Are you getting that is. So this will give you right hand palm rule. Only the thing is, if you want to calculate the direction of the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor, so you show the direction of the current and position vector, draw a normal. In applications you will come to know. Instead of showing here only the examples, I will show you in applications how to find. Now just here now you should come to know what is the purpose of these rules and how to apply these rules. Understood, Ara? So this is for finding the direction of the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor. But remember, the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor will be, so uniform or non-uniform or non-uniform. The magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor due to a vector quantity, that vector quantity name is called as current element. Are you getting, Ara? That vector quantity name is current element. And one more important note here. Okay, now regarding which one directions are over, for direction of B bar you can apply any rule, your wish. As per my suggestion point of view, so it is better if you apply either first rule or fourth rule. Easily you can find out the direction of the magnetic field. So I am giving stars. So my preferable stars are for these two rules. Okay, and this one I am giving only 3 stars. For the scientists, 3 stars, because easily you can apply this. Okay, Nara? And one more important note here is, we know electric field intensity due to a point charge. A charge is there Q here. If I want to calculate electric field intensity at a distance r, so E value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by r square. What is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is called as permittivity of the free space. What is permittivity? What does permittivity will tell you? So permittivity is the electric property of the medium. How electric field lines can pass through a medium, that is given by one proportionality constant, that is called as permittivity. Are you getting up? So already we know the value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught value 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 Coulomb square divided by Newton meter square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 to the power of 9. So Newton meter square divided by Coulomb square. You should know what is permittivity. Similarly in magnetism, there is a constant is there. If this is a bar magnet is there, one bar magnet is there. I want to calculate magnetic field induction at point P. This is of north pole, this is of south pole. This point P distance is r. So generally I am writing B value, so mu naught by 4 pi. Mu naught by 4 pi into m divided by r square, where m is called as pole strength. You don't bother regarding this expression. You just think that compare both. Here proportionality constant is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is called as permittivity of the medium. Here what is the magnetic property of the medium given by mu naught. Mu naught is called as, so permeability of the free space. So absolute permeability of the free space. So what is permeability? Permeability is the magnetic property of the medium. How medium allowing the magnetic field lines, to what extent the medium can be magnetized. So that is given by magnetic permeability. So what is that name? Magnetic permeability. This magnetic permeability given by mu naught. So mu naught value given by 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. So Tesla meter by ampere. So units are given by Tesla, ampere meter, there I will get meter cancel. So Tesla meter by ampere. You need to remember this value throughout this chapter. So you need to remember that value. What is permeability and what is permittivity? Permeability is the which property? Permeability is the magnetic property and permittivity is the electric property. So last one point. What is the value of mu naught into epsilon naught? If I want to calculate mu naught into epsilon naught, can I multiply numerator and denominator with 4 pi? So one is mu 4 pi into epsilon naught by mu naught by 4 pi. I multiplied numerator denominator with 4 pi. 4 pi cancel. So 4 pi epsilon naught value 1 by 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Whereas mu naught by 4 pi value, so 10 to the power of minus 7. It will become 1 by 9 into 10 power 16, which is equal to 1 by 3 into 10 power 8 whole square, which will gives us which one? Mu naught into epsilon naught value 1 by c square, or c value is equal to root over 1 by mu naught into epsilon naught. The relation between permeability and permittivity given by c is equal to 1 by root over mu naught into epsilon naught. Clear? This one will come to know in electromagnetic waves. If anyone asks you what is permeability, magnetic property of the medium. So what is permittivity, electric property of the medium? What is the relation between them? So C is equal to 1 by root over mu naught into epsilon. Okay na? So this is regarding today class. In the next class we will continue with the Biot-Savart's law. For what purpose? For finding the direction of the magnetic field produced by current carrying conductor. Okay na? So follow the classes properly. If NCERT books are there or any other books are there, after listening the class you need to refer once. Simply listening the class you will not get. After listening you need to refer the books. Okay na? So thank you.